episode of GrassRoots Garage, we have Brad's 1974 Kermeri GTR Tribute, powered by a 300 plus horsepower L Series.
I'm Brad Warner. This is my Datsun 240K Kermeri Tribute. I built this car around 10 to 12 years ago now. It was a passion project after I sold my R32 GTR. I wanted something that not everyone else had. Changed the motor from a 2.8 litre to a 3 litre stroker now. Knights engine, fully built N54 head with a Wade 640A cam, and it runs 47mm OER carburetors. It has a RB30 Skyline gearbox, 5-speed. Has an R180 diff with a custom 1.5 way LSD in it. Still runs stock brakes, makes around, give or take, 300 horsepower at the wheels.
Down the quarter mile yet, or?
Yeah, it's been down a quarter mile. It ran a 13.1. Yeah, 13.1 down the quarter mile. With the original 2.8, it ran a, I think it was a 13.8 or a 13.9 with one of my mates' Hakasugas side by side, running like within 0.1 of a second. Few changes over the years. I've gone with the Watanabe wheels now. Everything, all the stainless steel trim was redone when I done the car, so everything was repolished, re-straightened. The indicators were originally put in the wrong way around, and I've just never changed them. It's sort of like just a little history for the car, and I've always enjoyed it, so it's just something that I've left as is. The interior is mostly stock. It was really good when I brought it, so I never had any excuses to change it. Over the years, I've really driven this car quite a lot. When I first built it, I drove it from Sydney to Brisbane for the All Japan Day. Later on that same year, I drove it from Sydney to Melbourne for the All Japan Day down there. And then it's been to a number of All Japan Days in Newcastle as well.
Why Skylines, man?
To be honest,
where did the journey start from with Skylines?
To be honest with you, I originally had a non-turbo CB GSR Lancer, little two-door thing, and from there I wanted a RX3 rotary. To be honest, so I hunted for one, and then just never came up. And eventually, I just picked up a cheap 180SX, and that sort of started the Nissan phase. And once I had that Nissan, I was around about a year later. The 15-year rule changed, and I brought a R32 GTR in from Japan, which lasted around an hour and a half of ownership before it let the big end go on, and then, just like every other RB owner, just the big end bearings let go. I rebuilt that a few times, and I just decided that it was, I just wanted to move on. And I went without a car for a while, and I started to look for a 240K to build a Tribute. And then once I built that, it just became snowball into Skylines. I now have a C210 Skyline and a Prince Skyline as well.
That we'll see later.
That we'll see later.
Or the next episode, maybe.
And then, yeah, I really enjoyed Skylines. And to be honest with you, it's a good group of guys that I normally hang out with, so I know for some people seeing Hackos or seeing Kermeris is a strange thing. For me, I just think it's an everyday occurrence. If I go for a drive, that's what I'm going to see, half a dozen Hackos and a couple of Kermeris.
What's any future plans for the car as it sits?
I don't know, it's been 10 years now since it's been painted, so it probably is due a birthday, but I mean, most people look at it and say it's nice and clean, you know. Unfortunately, with anyone that owns a car, they know that the more you look at it, the more you see things that are wrong with it, but the 210 is currently being painted, so I don't know, there's also a part of me that thinks I should sell it, you know, it's been 12 years, maybe sell it and buy another project or buy something. I always wanted a CSP 311 Silvia, or a 1600 two-door as they were sold here. So that was always that was what I was hunting for when I found the Prince. Like I was actively chasing a CSP 311 Silvia, and the Prince was a strange story where it just happened to fall into my lap and I just buy it anyway. And then, so I guess future plans, maybe change the wheels. Like you might see later on, I have a lot of wheels, and you know, but these ones definitely suit the car the best. I always find like I put other wheels on and then I put these back on, you know, because they're just such a good match with the car, you know. Maybe upgrade the brakes. That'd be a good addition, maybe at some point. Well, I hope you enjoy, and thanks for checking out Skyline. Hopefully we'll have some good rollers for this.
This is part 1 with Brad. Next time we catch up, we go around his shed and check out his Prince Skyline, powered by an RB20 DET. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.